Hello and welcome back to In the Bucket Seat. So today I am back. So we skipped one last week. I was on holiday, a very much needed holiday. But I am back. We are on episode 6. Yeah, it must be 6. Oh my god, it's 6 already. God, that's so crazy. I literally thought when I first started this thing off, I was like, I'm either going to run out of ideas or no one's going to want to be a part of it. And now here we are, we're on episode 6 and we are literally rolling, guys. I want to thank everyone for their support so far as well. It means the absolute world to me and I'm so happy that this is going so well. So for those of you that are new here, I'll quickly cover it now because I'll cover it when our guest comes in as well. But In the Bucket Seat is a car-based podcast, live show series. I still don't know what to class it as, but here we are, where we interview your favourite people from the car scene. Okay, so I just think we're just going to go straight into it. Will I get the timing right for this? Probably not, because I never seem to. But let me hit the button and then I'll do introductions. Oh, it's froze. Okay, so today we are joined by Niki_A35 and hopefully she should pop in any second now. Oh, but it worked. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just trying to make sure everything is in place. There we go. Okay. I think yours is the first one where I've introduced someone, hit the button and I've timed it perfectly where it literally jumps you straight in.
I've never done a live, so
yeah, I remember you saying it's not too bad, but it's like, I don't know, it can just be an absolute nightmare sometimes.
Okay.
We'll give it a minute for everyone to join in, but hi to everyone that's just joined. This is In the Bucket Seat. It's a car scene podcast Instagram series, still don't know which class it as. But yeah, okay, so should we just kick this thing off? So we'll just go straight into it.
Ready.
Okay, so we'll start super simple. So what is your name?
My name's Nikki.
Yeah. It's such like an awkward question to start off with because everyone's just like saying a name and then just go really awkward. I feel like I should have a better question to start things off with, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, and where are you from?
I'm currently in Essex, but originally Kent, Maidstone, Kent.
Okay, what made you move?
I live here with my partner, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Prefer it before you moved or after you moved?
Sorry, say that again.
Do you prefer it where you used to live or where you live now?
Oh, Essex, yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so what do you do for a living?
I am a vehicle wrapper.
Yeah, so I see about that. So it was sort of semi-recent that you trained to do that, right? Am I imagining things?
So I've always worked for Costa, like always. Okay. I've done like Care, Costa, but like the last 4 years I worked for Costa. Mm-hmm. And then I just literally thought I needed to change. Mm. And obviously my car's always, since I had my Merc, it's been wrapped. So I thought I'll give it a try. It was completely random, to be honest. I took Lee Lockwood to pick his car up from a wrap, and I just got talking to people there, and I managed to swing myself a job. So
I love that.
Yeah, so it was completely random, but yeah, definitely do not regret it.
Was it hard to learn? Because I've always looked at it and thought that I'd love to do that, but I don't think I'd have the patience.
It is, and then you start picking things up, and it's actually not as hard as it looks. Like I'm still learning every day. Like, I learn new things every day. Mm-hmm. But it is just one of those things. It's practice, like, and then you just learn, and like, yeah, you just learn different ways to do things. And but I think every rapper has different ways to do things. Yeah. So yeah, it is a hard thing to pick up, but once you sort of get the gist of it, it's not too bad. So
was it just literally by chance then, or was it like kind of like you've been toying with the idea for a little while, or?
Yeah, so I did start when I was at Costa. I started doing 2 days a week, free of charge. I wasn't being paid, just learning, just going to a company to learn. So I dropped down to part-time, and then I as I said, I took Lee to pick his car up from a wrap, and at this point I already had good knowledge about like different vinyls and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's one of those things you have to sort of have good knowledge about different brands of vinyl, stuff like that. And they were just really interested. So yeah, they just said, yeah, come work for us.
That's great. I love that, because you don't really see many female rappers either. It tends to be like majority male. So I love that.
Yeah, it is a super hard thing to get into as a female, I think, is a lot harder. But yeah, it's one of those things you can pay for courses, stuff like that. But I've always been like, I haven't done any courses. I've just sort of picked things up as I've gone along, really. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. Love it. Okay, so what cars do you currently own?
At the minute, just my A35.
Yeah.
Toying with getting rid of it. I'm undecided at the minute what I want to do with it. So
I did see you post about that before. I think that you was toying with the idea of getting rid of it. Is that why you removed the wrap?
Yeah. So my car was wrapped in tech wrap, which only has a 3-year lifespan. Anyway, so some people may have noticed the front end of mine has gone quite faded on the front bumper.
Right.
And I drive it every day, so you can imagine the absolute beating it's had driving it from Essex to Kent every day, from Essex to Enfield every day. Like, yeah, it's on quite high mileage now. So
is it?
Yeah.
How many is it on?
43,000.
And what year was it?
19 plate.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's quite high mileage.
It's not awful, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah. So I unwrapped it because it was at the end of its lifespan anyway. But yeah, I wanted to sell it, but I took the wrap off and it looks like really cool in white. So
it's not a whole new car.
It is, but I have had a lot of problems with it. Like some people may have seen, it's been a Mercedes a lot. It's in a Mercedes now. But no, it's in because it's having an auxiliary battery and a service. So I'm picking it up again tomorrow. But
okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So what's making you want to get rid of it? Just to change? Because you've had it for a while, right?
Yeah, I've had it for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
I don't really keep cars that long, to be honest. I think it's the longest. I've had 3 AMGs now, and well, the first one I had a month max. It blew up.
Oh God.
Mercedes. And then I got a CLA 45, but I'm quite small. I'm only like 5'3", so I'm quite a small person, and that's quite a big car for me to drive. So I always tend to go back to like hot hatches.
Yeah.
So I saw the A35, but no, I've done everything I wanted to do with it now. Like I also have fast car feature with it. Yeah, and I will probably slap another wrap on it at some point. But yeah, I just don't really know what else I can do to it at the minute. I don't really do like power modifications or anything like that. Just because I had an A45 and that was mapped when I bought it, and that's what caused it to go wrong. So I'm a bit.
You put off by it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Especially on Mercedes. So yeah, I was looking at getting something else, but I'm still undecided. But yeah.
See how it goes.
Yeah. Move away from Mercedes probably next.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your favourite thing about it?
It would have been the wrap.
Okay.
But to be honest, probably the suspension now. Yeah, like that is the only thing that sets it apart now, really, is the suspension from a normal car. The interior is like unreal, to be fair. Yeah, I don't think you can beat a Mercedes interior personally, but
I think they're really nice.
Yeah, so yeah, probably the air at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah, air. All it is now is air and rotor forms. So
is that all you've got left?
Yeah, that's all I've got on it at the minute.
God.
So
okay, so on the opposite of that, what is the least favourite thing about it?
I don't know really. It's a funny one. It's to be honest, probably the reliability of it. I've just had bad luck with it, unfortunately. Yeah, I've had a few problems with it here and there, but look, at the minute it's fine. But yeah, the reliability of it has not been. I mean, I've gone like a good solid 2 years of it being fine, and then the fuel pump went when we had the fuel crisis. Yeah, the fuel pump went on it, and obviously at the minute it's so hard to get parts for. Yeah, and it was just sat for months and months and months. I was so lost without it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should just get rid of it.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah. So, but no, like other than that, it's a lovely car, and I'll probably keep it for another few months and then get something else.
But just reliability.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so what was? Oh no, you've covered that already. The next question is next modification, but I'm guessing you're not planning on doing much else to it.
I mean, the only thing that I would really do, if I'm going to keep it for another year, which I'm thinking maybe I might, I will wrap it again, and then I'm toying with a set of Bostons at the minute because some rope forms.
Have you
as much as I like rope forms, but
have you decided on a new wrap colour yet or not? If you was to wrap it again.
I really like Inozitech colours.
Yeah.
So I do want to do an Inozitech, but I'm not fully sure yet. I've been toying with this colour for over a year now.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's a really nice colour. But yeah, it's so hard to do a different colour nowadays because wrap seems to be the way to go now.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a colour wrap, so yeah, it's hard to choose something that's different, but.
Yeah, I feel like they've definitely become more popular in the last couple of years. Like it was like a rare occurrence to see a car with a wrap, and now they're just like everywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And like you say, it's like the whole thing with wanting to be different. Like it's so hard to do it because, like I say, everyone has got a wrapped car now, and it's so difficult to do. Like I had the thing with the Fiesta ST when I wrapped it, obviously the same color as the A35, and I was like, do I, don't I? Because I knew that you was the only person I knew that had it wrapped at the time. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to be accused of copying, but because it was a different car, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so hard to try and make him stand out now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I know Inozitech. I've seen a few people get Inozitech, but Inozitech is quite an expensive vinyl. But it is a really, really good quality vinyl from what I've seen. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Tech Wrap do some really nice colours. So yeah, I've been looking through swatch books at the minute, but I really don't know.
I feel like choosing a wrap colour is like almost harder than choosing a car itself. It's so difficult.
It is. Yeah, I mean when I first had my Merc wraps, I was stuck between the Coral Peach or the Caribbean Blue.
Yeah, I looked at that.
And I was like, no, I'm going to go for the Caribbean Blue. And initially, it wasn't my first choice. The Coral Peach wasn't my first choice. But yeah, it was different. So I thought, loads of people have cars wrapped blue. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to do it.
that was literally my logic. They was literally the two colours that I was debating between. And I chose the Coral Peach for the same reason. Because I think it stands out more than the blue. Although that blue is like an absolutely incredible blue.
Yeah.
I think the Coral Peach just stands out more.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I did it, and luckily it paid off. So
yeah, definitely, it did look amazing. It still looks amazing, even in the white. Like I said, it's completely transformed the car.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many cars have you had before this one?
Oh my god. So I had my first ever car was a Polo 6N. I had a thing for Polo 6N. So I loved it. So I had 3 Polo 6Ns.
Jesus.
And then I had a VW up for a while. And then I had a 595 Abarth Competizione.
Okay.
And then I bought a Mark II Golf to run alongside the Abarth. So a little fun project car. And then after the Abarth, I had an A45, then a CLA 45, and now I've got the A35. So I've had quite a few cars, to be fair.
I was going to say that's quite a few. How many is that? What, 7?
I think so, yeah. 6 or 7 cars.
Yeah, sounds about right. Jesus, that is a lot of cars.
So,
which was your favourite out of all of the cars?
probably my Mark II Golf.
Really?
I like a classic, yeah. I do like a classic.
So not even your current car, literally just a previous car?
Yeah. Yeah, I think modifications wise, the A35 is as far as I've gone with modifications, but yeah, the Mark II was pretty cool. It was very clean when I bought it. I was just put it on coilovers, wound everything all the way down, bump stops out. So yeah, that was it. But no, I had one of the 6Ns I painted it myself. I used to do a lot of body work and paint work.
Really?
Yeah, so I did that. It had a fully smooth bay. I painted it like, you know, that Fiat 500 beige colour. So I painted it that colour. Yeah, and the idea was to have a 6N2 GTI engine swap, and I spent I probably spent years on this car, to be fair. And got it all in, and the engine just wouldn't. I couldn't get the engine to run. It was all on air suspension, IZ turbo splits, but yeah, it wouldn't run. Yeah, it was gutting, and then I broke it for parts and sold it. So
it's heartbreaking doing that, and just breaking it for parts.
Yeah. No, but I think the thing is, like, because I'd gone to the extent of doing so much on it myself, like with the smooth bay, I painted it. Like it was like a little bit personal to me. So I thought I didn't really want someone else driving around in like my car. So same with the 835. If I was going to sell it, I would put it back to standard. I was going to sell it with the air at first, but I don't know. It's like sentimental. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense. Like I said, it's what you've made it your car. So to see someone driving around in it, it's kind of like, oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought I'll just break it, and then I don't even know where it is now, to be fair. I've no idea. Yeah.
Okay, so when did you pass your driving test?
I've had my license for 8 years now. So
have you?
Yeah, a long time. I'm very old.
It's crazy when you think back, because you think that you said you was 26, right?
Yeah. So
you wouldn't think that you've had a license for that long. Like,
no.
You don't think it, do you? It's crazy.
No. So I know, because my dad's a driving instructor. I was very hit and miss with lessons. Like I used to drive to Tesco's and back, or I used to drive to Sainsbury's and back. Like I was really lazy with lessons, and then but I didn't pass first time. It was like third time with my.
That was my next question, actually. So three attempts.
Yeah.
What went wrong the first two?
One of them, I was in the wrong lane, coming around a one-way system. Like I was meant to be in this lane, but really I should have been in that lane, something like that. And then the second one, I failed literally as I pulled out of the test centre. So.
Oh my god, I done that.
I didn't give way to someone when I should have.
Oh.
But yeah, it sounds terrible because my dad's a driving instructor. But
I was gonna say, when you said that, I figured you would have just passed first time, like no problems at all.
But I done my theory first time. I was quite shocked at that, to be fair. But yeah, so.
I done the same thing as you. I literally my first test I failed literally just out of the test centre. Yeah. I ended up coming to a roundabout literally 30 seconds away from a test centre, and I was supposed to give way to this lorry, and I did, but the lorry flashed me, so I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna go. And the instructor just slammed on his brake, and I was just like, it's the worst feeling.
Yeah, so my dad wasn't too hard on me, but it's one of those things.
Yeah, you got there in the end. That's the main thing. So, have you ever had any crashes?
No. I think I've tapped someone at like 10 mile an hour, and that's it. Oh, and once actually, yeah, I was on a driving lesson with my dad, and someone went in the back of our car. So, but other than that, that's it. Like nothing. I hit a badger, if that counts, in the A35, and it absolutely obliterated the whole car.
Did you post that? Did you post about that on your story at the time?
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing that.
Yeah, literally. I had because I used to travel from Essex to Kent to work. It's like 55 miles every morning, at like 4:30 in the morning.
Jesus. And
I had a undercover police car speeding up behind me, so I moved out of the lane that I was in, and they've gone past, but in the middle of the road there was a badger already dead, and as I've gone over, because I run my car quite low, it literally hit the front splitter and just took everything with it back. I thought, I thought honestly, the noise, I thought I'd hit a tree. I thought, I better stop, and I stopped at the garage at the bottom of the A12, and I wasn't expecting it to be as bad as it was.
Oh no.
But yeah, diffuser, rear bumper, front splitter, everything gone. I was like,
Jesus.
And I just cried. I couldn't go to work. I cried my eyes out. I was like,
oh, that's awful. I would have done the same thing. I think the noise always makes it worse as well. The noise always, like, it just makes your heart sink when you hear that noise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
So
yeah. do you still ride that low now?
No.
I was gonna say.
No,
lesson learned from that one.
Yeah, literally I had to replace the whole diffuser, and the diffuser on that is £600. Like, I was like, I can't do this again. So I had to replace that front splitter. It cost me like £1,000 in damages just from hitting a badger.
Did you claim on your insurance or?
No. So
Not worth it, is it?
No. So yeah, I paid for it all, and then now I do drive it like. To be honest, the A35 as a standard car is quite a low vehicle anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So even before, well, not that I drove it much, because literally when I got it, I went straight from the dealer to Identity Wraps where it was wrapped, and then I went on holiday for 2 weeks. So I've never really driven it as a standard car. Because straight away I came back from America and I took it straight to have air fitted. So I haven't really driven it as a standard car, but it was quite low. From what I remember, it was quite a low vehicle anyway.
So you literally went full send of it. Literally, you got it and took it straight to the wrap place.
Yeah, literally. I was meant to fly out to America. I think it was like 3rd of September, but I couldn't go because there was a hurricane out there at the time.
Right.
So I had it for 4 days, and my holiday was postponed for like 4 days, and then so I had it for like 4 days, and then it went straight to Identity Wraps to be wrapped.
God, that's crazy.
And then straight from there to a friend of mine called Jake Stanford fitted the air on it and done the wheels. So yeah, and then it was ready.
That's crazy. Did you not want to enjoy it for a little bit as it was, or was you just like, no?
I did and I didn't. I think I've always wanted a car like that I could just like go all out on modifications with.
Mm-hmm.
So like looks wise anyway, obviously I don't really do like power modifications. So, but yeah, I just wanted to go all out on it all at once. Once I got it wrapped, I was like, right, it needs air, it needs wheels.
Yeah, you gotta get everything to go with it.
Yeah, I just did it all in one hit, and then then I took it to its first show. I went to Ultimate Stance first.
Mm-hmm.
It was on the airlift stand there, and that was how literally my Instagram blew up overnight.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, I wasn't expecting it to get as much attention as it did, really, because I thought it's just an A class, really.
Yeah.
And people modify them all the time, but yeah, I was really lucky to get the reception that it got at the show, and I got a top 20 with it. So.
God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Yeah, it was like, and a lot of people know I go to shows on my own, really. Like most people were like, why'd you do that? But yeah, so I went to Ultimate Stance on my own. I completely winged it. I didn't know anyone.
That's something I couldn't do.
Yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Like, I went to fitted on my own. Like had no clue where I was.
That just scares me. Like, even in itself, not knowing where I'm going, I'm like, I need someone with me. But something as intense as a car show, going by yourself, that's ballsy. I'll give you that. It's very ballsy.
Yeah, it is a bit. It's nerve wracking, but I'm quite used to doing it now, so it doesn't really bother me now. But like now, I tend to go with green light. I'm on stand for green light a lot of shows,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, but there's 1 or 2 shows that I do on my own every year now. Just because it's so far, like fitted for me, it's like it took me 6.5 hours to get there last year, so it's quite a long drive for me. But yeah, so I just winged it and went on my own.
Yeah, props to you. I couldn't do it. Okay, so dream realistic car.
For me, I really want to get, my next car will be the Alfa Giulia Quadrifoglio.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I want to go for next. Just because it's completely different. Like no one in the car scene really has one, especially a modified one. So yeah, like I'm hoping it will be a first again, because my 35 was the first bagged in the UK. So
was it?
So I kind of want to do the same thing again. Do some crazy wrap bags, cool wheels. Yeah, but I don't know. I've heard a lot of, it was completely random because I've never looked at Alphas before.
Mm-hmm.
But I've test drove a couple. And every day I'm on Auto Trader, like looking for the right one to come up.
Yeah,
they are a slightly more expensive car, but I've got quite a good car to part X for if I go for one. So
it's not really one you see that often either, is it? Really?
No, and yeah, I think a lot of people have mixed opinions on them. Like they break down a lot, and yeah, but it is what it is. But my Merc's broken down a lot, so.
I was going to say, it can't be much worse than that, surely.
Yeah, so. But no, that's what I would really like to get next, the Quadrifoglio.
Okay, so what about dream, like, supercar, like, winning the lottery kind of car?
It's a tough one. I really, my dream car, like, probably way out of my budget, is an Audi RS7.
Love those cars.
It's not quite a supercar, but yeah.
They can be quite expensive.
Yeah, they are quite pricey.
I love those cars. That was literally one of my first, like, cars that I became obsessed with. Like,
Yeah.
they're just incredible.
I really like the shape on them. On the back end, they're really nice cars.
I like the lights on them as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope, like, that would be my step below a supercar. I mean, the Alpha's not too far off a supercar, I guess. It's like, the thing with the Alpha, I would have to get a daily as well.
Yeah.
So I've got an X5 at the minute, but it's in the garage being fixed. So.
Seems to be a standard for you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Alpha is rear-wheel drive, 506 brake standard, I think. It's a lot.
Wow.
So yeah, that's more than enough power for me.
Yeah. Just draw the line there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to daily it like I do the Merc though. So.
No.
So yeah.
Okay, so someone asked you this question, whatever you think of, whether you've seen it in real life, whether you've seen it in pictures, what's your least favourite car in the world? Something you look at and you're like, God, I hate that car.
I don't know, let me think.
People have said smart cars. Mine is like the Nissan Cube, but the more people speak about it every time, I'm like, it's kind of growing on me a little bit.
I don't know, I'm thinking now. I've never really thought about that. I'm trying to
think. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like really overrated cars. Like I see a lot of cars being a rapper.
Yeah.
But mainly they are like supercars and stuff. But I'm trying to think. To be fair, I would probably say a smart car as well, just because they're really deceiving when you go to car parks and they're like well in a space, and you get catfished out of a parking space.
That's the worst. You literally pull up, you're like, oh, there's one, and then you're like, no, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've got to agree with that one. Although there is some nice modified ones out there. If you could go as far as say nice, I guess. Some people have like really like gone full send into it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, that's a smart car.
Yeah. So I drove one at work a few weeks ago. It was an electric one, and I was like, why is it not starting? It was so quiet, and I was like, why is it not starting? It's not starting. And it was actually running, but I didn't realise. I must have sat there for 20 minutes trying to figure out how to turn this car on, and it was already on.
Why is it not moving?
Yeah, and I was like, to be fair, I can see me in one of these, but
there you go. There's your daily for when you get the Alpha.
Yeah. So yeah, I bought an X5 diesel. It's not an ideal daily really because it's going to cost me a fortune to run. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with it yet. Probably sell it, but.
So I think I know the answer to this. But statical bags.
Bags, yeah. I just think to look at it's a nice feeling to look at your car, and it's like it draws so much attention as well. I think like my car, not now. My car draws no attention now, although people still spot me all the time. But that's because it's got peach wrap all over it still. But yeah, there's bits that I need to take off it still. But yeah, it stands out. I think a lot more.
Plus, it just makes it so much more practical as well.
Yeah, it does help out a lot. But yeah, mine doesn't go massively high all the way up, so it does still scrape here and there. But yeah, but bags definitely.
I feel like the more people I have on here is making me want bags more. Every time I look up on here, someone's like bags, it just looks sick, and I'm just like, oh my God, my bank account can't cope with this.
Yeah. But then I do also I have a lot of time for people that have like stupidly static cars, mental camber, and you're like, yeah, that's cool. Like my Mark II was ridiculously low. I had like literally all my cars apart from the first Polo I had, which I never really drove. That was on bags, and the Merc. But other than that, all my cars have been static.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Badger incident. There's no way I'd have had my car now if I'd have been static.
No, could you imagine? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we up to? Okay, so this is a deep one. Everyone takes a big sigh before they answer this. Opinion on the UK car scene,
Um,
or the car scene as a whole?
Me personally, I know everyone has a different opinion on it. I've never really, because I do things on my own a lot. Like, I don't really get massively involved with things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously people know of me. I tend to know people just by their Instagram name. Like that.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So yeah, I mean, I think everyone's dealt with their own fair share of like bullying and stuff like that. Yeah, it can be just one of those things really, but yeah, because I do a lot of things on my own, I don't really get too heavily involved with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I know some people have a different opinion, but yeah, it's a tough one because it's great. Like, car shows are great, and so for me to to be able to socialise and meet new people is great, because I do like to go on my own, but yeah, for some people it's daunting. It is daunting, and yeah.
The whole thing just seems like quite intense.
Yeah,
so
sometimes, yeah.
You said, go on.
I feel like sometimes as well, like, people have this, like, I've obviously got my car now, and I feel like you have this online image to like live up to,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like people are under a lot of pressure to live up to what Instagram thinks is like real and stuff like that. Like, if I was to get rid of my M35 and just drive my X5 for a year, I feel like, yeah, I'd be judged massively, and that I'm a really sensitive person.
Yeah.
So it would that sort of like, yeah, but yeah, I feel like it's massively influenced by online and stuff like that as well, like what people do online, and yeah, but it's different for everyone.
Yeah, so you said that before, like when you first went to that first show, that you kind of like blew up overnight. Did you get a lot of hate amongst all of that as well?
I've never really I'm quite lucky, to be fair. I've never really had a huge amount of hate online. Yeah, I get the odd comment here and there. Do you know what it is? Many people say I look nothing like my Instagram, but that's life.
That's just like everyone.
That's life. Unfortunately, no one looks like that on in real life.
No.
Yeah, so that's the main thing for me. Yeah. But no, I'm quite lucky. I haven't really had a huge amount of hate. But I know a lot of other girls do get so much hate, but they have like massive followings, and yeah. I think I'm quite low down in the car scene place. So
yeah, I get what you mean. Like you say, a lot of the, like, especially the females, a lot of the bigger ones, they get so much like hate. It's horrible, really.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think since to be honest, I very rarely post on Instagram now. Like, and now I don't really have anything to post because I don't really have a stand out there car anymore. Yeah. So yeah, like I just post out every now and then, but I have noticed a decline in my social media, but it's one of those.
I guess it's to be expected when you're like so well known for a car, and then it's, you know, you unwrap it and stuff, and people just don't expect interest. Yeah, it's horrible, but it's just the way that it is.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I am really lucky. I haven't had a huge amount of hate. I think I post my dog more than my car, to be honest. So it probably annoys people.
I love it. Okay, so what got you into cars?
To be honest, when I was living in Kent, the car community in Kent was quite big, and from the age of like 16, I was just going out and hanging in Tesco's car park and chilling with boy racers.
That's where it all starts.
Yeah. So yeah, I've met people along the way, and I just gradually got into it. And then I got my Polo and started doing little bits to that, and then I went from like nothing to painting myself and doing bodywork myself. But yeah, like career, I've never done any, like, this is the first like car related career I've had. So I've never really had like experience in like painting cars and stuff like that. It's just stuff that I've taught myself along the way. Like my car was in bits with no glass on it on my driveway, where it come back from paint. Like I painted it in my friend's paint shop, and then it had no engine in it. It was just sat on my drive for years with no glass in it.
That must be daunting.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think that was my first car where I really started to get into cars and appreciate them a lot more. And then started going to shows, and
can't fault it.
Yeah.
So what is the least favourite car you've owned? I don't think I covered that earlier.
My A45 AMG, the first silver one I had, pre-faced.
Is that the one you said blew up?
Yeah. So I bought it from Mercedes. It was a full 60 full plate, pre-facelift. It had no aero pack on anything like that. But my dad basically bought a Merc, and I was like, oh my god, I want a Merc. So I went back and I bought a Merc. I was like, oh, I really want one, but if I want one, it's got to be an AMG. So I had it for about a month. I had so many plans for it. But yeah, for some reason the previous registered keeper was a care home, and I thought, this is a bit funny. Like, why would a care home need a A45 AMG that's mapped to like 400 brake with straight through exhausts on it? And I was like, but I didn't think anything of it because Mercedes sold it to me, so I thought it's got fine. And then within a month, it engine management light came up, and it just literally broke, like blew up essentially. And it went back to Mercedes, and they basically said they couldn't replace the car because the engine, because it would cost more than the cost of the vehicle. So they was like, look, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't really know, because I really wanted an AMG. But at the time they couldn't replace it with another A45. So I had to wait for, I think it was about 3 months, and then the CLA 45 came in, and I ended up in that. But yeah, so eventually the A45, I think it got sent to auction. But yeah, so that was the worst car I've owned, I think. Yeah.
I'm so thrown off at why a care home would own that though. That's just like stuck with me. How strange.
It's so strange. And it was like a company vehicle for a care company, a care home. So yeah, it was an odd one. I should have seen it coming, really. But yeah, very, very loud as well, like really loud.
Oh my god, how strange. I wonder if someone's done it to like try and get themselves a tax write-off.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what company vehicle should we buy? Let's just buy one of these.
But yeah, it was a strange one. But yeah, I only had it for like a month, and then I got the CLA. That was quite nice, but too big for me. Like, it's probably, though, or I say I want to get an Alfa Giulia next, but it's probably about the same sort of size. But because I'm quite small, it's quite a big car for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how I go with an Alfa.
I'm similar sort of height to you. I'm like 5'2", 5'3", and I struggle with the Mustang sometimes. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, my seat is pumped up all of the way. I'm pumped all the way forwards. My knees hit the steering column. It's an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, it's a big difference for me. Like, anything I drive that's not like hatchback size is a struggle.
Yeah, I get that. So you've already mentioned this, but I'm just going to ask it again anyway. Performance or visual modifications?
Visual, yeah.
Is it just because so much can go wrong with performance?
Yeah. and because like it voids warranty and stuff like that. Like I've had so much warranty work done on my car. I'm so lucky that nothing's gone wrong. Like, I only have like air wrap and wheels, so there's nothing that they could void warranty on it, really. But yeah, for things like that, you just never know. Like, and it's such a it's an expensive car to have and not and have your warranty voided. Like, it would probably cost me fortunes if I didn't have a car like with warranty on. And yeah, I just think it's more rag than it's worth. But
yeah, you think if you would have done something performance wise to your car and then you've had all the trouble that you did, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, so I'm quite thankful that I haven't done any. I did toy with it for a while, but I thought, nah, because I drive it every day as well. I need it to be reliable.
Yeah,
it has been, but yeah, I was driving it, and that's why the mileage is so high on it, because I was driving it from Essex to Kent every day, and it's a long way for I just drive all over for work, so
Yeah, makes sense. I get it.
yeah.
Do you feel it's difficult to be a woman in the car scene?
That's a hard one. Yes and no. For some women, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I know a lot of girls that have messaged me and said like they want to get into rapping and car scenes and stuff like that. Yeah, it is a male dominated community, isn't it? But yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, it is hard, but yeah, I just go with it, to be honest. Like, I just do whatever, and I just don't really. I'm not really asked if I get accepted or not.
Yeah, it's like there's a lot of pros and cons. Like a lot of females have the same answers to that. They're either like yes and no. Like it helps in terms of building your socials and stuff like that, but at the same time, like people just look at a female with a nice car and they're either like, oh, daddy's money, or is it your boyfriend's, or like it can just be a nightmare.
Yeah. Or like, and ever since I've had the Merc, like everyone's like, oh, it's financed. But I mean, it's 2022. Like,
Who
most
cares?
people have a car on finance.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's what finance is there for.
Exactly. And I honestly feel like in this day and age, especially, like if you're getting a car that's 3 to 5 years old and has good value, you'd be stupid to buy it outright.
Yeah.
Like, why put all of your money and all of your savings into a car?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, unless you're like extremely comfortable, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, especially considering, well, up until now, how much they like depreciate and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
I feel like
mine's depreciated massively, and I've figured that out now. It's like trying to sell it has been an absolute nightmare, and I did have a buyer for it, but I'm just gonna sit on it for another year. But yeah, the car market at the minute is unbelievable, like
crazy,
unbelievable. I mean, 1 minute I'm getting offered. I mean, I look at We Buy Any Car a lot just as a guide price, and last week my car was worth 25 grand. This week it's worth 28.5.
Oh my god.
And then like the week after that it could go back down to like 26. It fluctuates between like 25.5 to 29. Like most I've been offered, like they valued it was 29.2.
How does it change that much in a week though?
I know, it's crazy. And yeah, like you just have to keep an eye on it, because at the minute it's crazy. Like prices at the minute are ridiculous. But yeah, it's just because of COVID and stuff like that. Like people are desperate to buy cars, and yeah.
The thing is though, like so many people are like, oh, this is the best time to sell your car, which is great, but you've then got to pay an overinflated price for your new car, so it's literally pointless unless you're not going to get a new car.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a hard one. Like I've got quite good equity in mine at the minute, so it would make sense to sell it now, but with my career change at the minute and stuff like that, I just want to focus on that really. I'm not in a massive rush to
not worry about
something else, and so
yeah, makes sense. So best car related memory. I like this one. I like this question.
Probably having my fast car feature. That was a good memory for me. Yeah, it was so unexpected. But that's why I've sort of done everything I wanted with this car now. I've had my magazine feature, and I was lucky enough to get it before Fast Car went online, so I've got a copy of it. But that's probably my best memory with the 35 anyway, definitely.
I don't really know how they work. Like, did you know it was coming, or was it literally just out of the blue?
So mine was initially it was a shoot for Airlift, because obviously mine was the first one on for Airlift. So Airlift wanted photos for it, but the photographer was the same guy that done Fast Car features as well.
Okay.
So he just said like, I'll see if they want to feature it, and they said yeah, luckily. And it was during lockdown. Yeah, the magazine was released during lockdown. Yeah. So.
That's sick. I love that.
But yeah, that was the best one.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so not sure where you're going to go with this, but new or old?
That's a hard one.
Because I know you said earlier that you liked old, but then the majority of, or a lot of your cars have been like newer cars, so I'm curious.
So my dream new car, obviously at the minute, would be the Quadrifoglio, but my dream classic would be an E21 BMW.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, if I had to choose between the two, I would go for the BMW E21, just because it will hold its value a lot more than the Alpha will. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the probably old, but for me personally, at the minute, I would like to get an Alpha. But
is there something that sways you more towards older than new? Is it just the fact that they're like rarer?
Probably, yeah. Like, I was so close to getting an E21 as well. I actually won one on eBay when I had my Mark II. Yeah, and it was an absolute shed. Like, it needed so much work, but it was a project. And I won it for like £1,000. And I messaged the guy about picking it up, and he said, "Oh, it got stolen." So he obviously didn't get the money he wanted for it, and that's why he said that. So, but I was so close, and then he ripped my dreams away.
As if he definitely didn't get what he wanted to get for it, and that's why he done that. 100%. What a nightmare.
But yeah, so yeah, probably old, just because it's just, I mean, depending on what car it is really, but like old Jap stuff. My partner has a lot of old Jap stuff, and the value is always just going to go up in value. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm not really into Jap at the minute, but my partner loves Japanese stuff, so I'm getting like used to Japanese stuff, so
getting yourself into it.
Yeah.
Okay, so last one I have on here, it's a fun one that I like to finish up with. So you're in the car, you're driving, you're cruising, you're living your best life. What are you listening to?
I'm really bored. Like, this is gonna sound so boring. I listen to podcasts all day, 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, like crime podcast. Like, it's so weird. I know, it's so weird. I listen to podcasts. I don't really listen to music.
Really?
No. I listen to podcasts all day in my car.
See, I kind of wish I could be like that, but I don't know. I can't seem to get into like just audio podcasts. I don't know what it is, but I would love to. But
so
I just can't.
Like, it's quite a new thing. Like, I never used to, but when I'm at work, I just listen to podcasts and like rap away. And I listen to I can't remember what it's called. James English, Anything Goes, and it's all about like loads of different people, like random people that have like life stories, and I just listen to stuff like that. And then because I listen to it all day at work, and then I just get in the car and drive home, and it's still playing when I get in the car and drive home.
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that though.
Yeah.
How do you like that?
It's very strange. Most
I
people
don't think it is. I get it.
But yeah, I listen to like loads of different stuff.
Fair enough. Okay, so that covers everything that is on my questions. Now we're going to hand it over to the viewers. We're going to have a few minutes of viewer Q&A. So if anyone has any questions, pop them in the little Q&A box. It is down there somewhere. And pop a question in, and we'll read a couple out, and then we'll finish up. There is one in there already. I'm just going to see what it is. Okay, so first question while we wait for some more to come in. All-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, or front-wheel drive?
I mean, yeah, mine at the minute is all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
But the Alpha is rear-wheel drive, and that will be the... I had an E46 as well in Techno Violet, which was obviously rear-wheel drive. But, yeah, I mean, the Alpha is going to be rear-wheel drive for me. And, yeah, I'll see how I get on with it, really, but...
Have you had much experience of rear-wheel drive, or any, like, a little bit?
I have. To be fair, I have actually. I've got more cars to add to the list of cars that I've had, actually. So I had an E46 in Techno Violet, individual colour, very rare. Yeah, so I had that, and I had an ICE 200 in Nardo Grey. I don't know if anyone remembers it. And I used to take that out skidding a lot.
Okay.
For a phase of being a little drifter. So... Yeah, I'm quite. To be fair, I'm quite used to it, but like not with a car as powerful as the Alpha.
Yeah.
So I test drove one the other day in the wet, and at the time I was under the impression that they were all-wheel drive, and it wasn't until I tried to insure it with green light, and they was like, "It's rear-wheel drive," and I was like, "Is it?" Yeah, I didn't know, so I don't know what insurance-wise is going to be on it, but we'll see.
I found it an absolute nightmare. Like, my age didn't help as well.
Yeah.
But I only found one company that would let me modify it and drive a rear-wheel drive car.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute nightmare to find. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like the more you get used to it, the better. But the Mustang still scares me for rear-wheel drive, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the only thing, like, that's why I would never be able to drive it every day like I do the Mac. Because I will, to be fair, and everyone that's seen me on the road, I drive so slow, like I just do. Yeah, I don't really get thrown out driving fast. So yeah, like I would drive quite sensible, but yeah.
I've just seen in the comments, what did you think when Rebecca wrapped her car the same colour as yours? That's my partner, so he's not hating, by the way.
I mean, no, it didn't bother me, but someone did do an A35 in another country the same colour, and I got tagged in it loads, and I was like, very strange thing to do. But no, because it was a different car, like, and my wrap had already been on at this point. It had already been on for like over a year.
Yeah, I think it had been on for a while.
And a lot of people that have done their car the same colour, I've seen Macy had her 595 that colour. I've seen a Fiat 500 that colour, and I've had so many people message me and say, but yours looks a lot different. But yeah, as I said, like, people wrap cars differently to everyone else. So, but I feel like yours was a lot brighter than mine. Like, yeah, I don't know. If you
it might have just been because you'd had it on for a while.
Yeah, and mine did fade very quick. Like, well, not quickly. Like, yeah, but tech wrap doesn't have a very long lifespan anyway. So 3 years. When you get your car wrapped, like 3 years goes so quickly.
It does.
But yeah, so mine was so faded. But that's what made mine look a little bit more peachy, I think.
Yeah, I like the way that yours look. But then again, like, it's always down to, like, again, it's like you say with Instagram, like, everything looks different on Instagram and it does in real life anyway, so.
Yeah, and my car in shows, like, in person, looked awful. Like, at inside shows, it looked like ST orange, like Focus ST orange. Like, I could never get, like, really nice photos of mine inside shows. Like, yeah, it just looked awful.
It's crazy.
Like, a lot of people say, like, it is the worst colour to try and get photos of, and it looks completely different in person than it does on, like, Instagram and stuff like that.
I feel like when I first had it done as well, like, if you literally moved like 4 feet, it looks completely different colour.
Yeah, it's very different colour.
Yeah, the colour itself was incredible. I got sick of the car, so I only had it for, like, I think it was about 9 months or a year.
Yeah,
is all I had of that wrap.
Yeah,
but it is what it is.
Did you sell it with the wrap on it?
I did. I was tempted to take it off, but I felt like it would give it a little bit more worth for the right person, and it did in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was only about a year.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, let's get rid of the car. Favourite car you've wrapped? It's a good question, actually. I like that question.
Yeah. I mean, I've just wrapped my partner's Evo 5. And like, that is the first proper full wrap that I've done completely on my own. Like, I've wrapped loads of cars at work. Like, the other day I was working on a Urus. I do a lot of Rangers, loads of stuff. But yeah, like, the Evo 5 difficulty level was solid, like 9 out of 10. Front bumper was horrific. It's not been revealed yet, but I think for me that was probably, it was at home. I could take my time with it, and it's like my first proper wrap that I've done fully on my own, like in a garage at home. Like, appreciate that it is a very old car. But no, it'll be revealed soon. So, but at the minute there's a huge vinyl shortage. If you're a rapper, you'll know.
Is that?
Yeah, it's really, really hard to get vinyl in at the minute, and the material I've wrapped it in, I'm waiting constantly for material to come in stock. So I've had to buy it in, like, meters here and there. But yeah, it'll be finished soon. Just a rear bumper left, and that's it. But I will probably redo the front bumper because I'm not completely happy with it. Just because it was such a hard bumper to do, I can't even explain.
Are you, like, really overcritical with your own work? Do you, like, look at little bits and you're like, no?
Yeah, I do. Just because I want to be the best I can be, really. And yeah, it's one of those. Wrapping is like you know yourself, if you take your car to a show, everyone looks over it with a fine-tooth comb. And yeah, people are critical, and yeah, I just want my work to be spot on, really.
This is what scares me. Like, I haven't taken the Mustang to any shows yet, and I've got like 2 or 3 lined up for this year so far, and I'm absolutely terrified of what people are going to think to the car, because I'm awful when it comes to keeping it clean. I just can't keep up with it, and I really begrudge paying someone else to do it, so it just sits there really dirty. But I think like, when you used to take it to shows, did you used to get it detailed before you took it in?
I have a couple of times. Like, you probably get it a lot. I get a lot of detailers message me and say, "Oh, I'll come and wash a car in return for promotion." Like, I get quite a lot. So I had a depth detailing done it before players. But other than that, like, I maintain it quite a lot on my own. And I think with wraps, people are quite surprised the extent of products you can use on wraps.
Yeah.
Like, I've had my machine polished before when it was wrapped. Yeah. Like, the only thing I did use, and I think that's why my front bumper faded, was a product. I use a product called Geon, and I think that's what faded my. It's called Wet Coat, and it's like a temporary ceramic coating thing, but it lasts like a couple of weeks. But I think that's what started to fade my wrap. I didn't really into it, but I started using that. I still use it now, but it's a really good product. But I think that's what started fading on my wrap.
Did it say it was wrap safe on the product?
To be honest, I didn't look. It's my own fault, really. I should have looked, but yeah, I used it, and it's such a good. Geon is a really good brand. So yeah, I use a lot of different things though, like Maguire's. I've used F&S in the past. Juicy Detail. I mix things up, so I don't really stick to a particular brand, really.
You've scared me now, because I put what was it I put on it the other day? Because I cleaned it for the first time in like 3 months the other day, and I put Sam's Detailing. There's like a ceramic boost or something, like you said, like a temporary ceramic coating, and they said it was wrap safe, but now you've just said that, I'm scared.
No, so with the Geon one, it's literally it's really, really strong. So you literally spray it on a single panel, and then you have to jet wash it straight off, and it will bead straight away, but you can't leave it on. Like, it's not one of those you can just leave on. It's literally spray it on per panel at a time and jet wash it off. So it is quite a strong product. I think that's what's done it. But
yeah, my one, you're supposed to put it in the lance, you spray it all over, it foams up, and then you rinse it straight off again. And I was terrified doing it. I was literally running around my car like a headless chicken, trying to spray it all off really quickly.
No, it should be fine. Yours is.
Oh, your audio's cut out.
That's okay. Oh no, is it back?
Yeah, you're good. I can hear.
Oh, yeah. It's, yours is 3M, isn't it? Plum Explosion.
Yeah.
No, 3M's quite a good product, good quality vinyl, to be fair, so it should be fine.
To be fair, I didn't choose 3M because of the brand. I just chose it because of the colour. Like, it was the only one that had that purple shift colour that I liked.
Yeah. It's very popular as well.
Yeah. Hopefully it should be fine. I'm gonna like keep an eye on it now. You said that.
It should be fine.
But yeah, I think that covers everything from our end. I don't think there's any more questions that I've missed. No, I don't think so. Okay, so so in terms of everyone that's watching, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys still being here. Make sure to give Niki a follow. Check out her wrap stuff as well, of course. Do you have a dedicated wrap account for that? I
don't at the minute, no. I've got like a little progress highlights thing, but I'm always like posting stuff on my story, and yeah, eventually I'll post the Evo once it's done.
Yeah, excited to see that now.
I will get a wrap page started eventually.
Yeah, you should. You could, because then you can look back at your progress and everything you've done in one place.
Yeah, so yeah, but no, other than that.
But yeah, thank you for joining me anyway. I do appreciate you coming on.
You're welcome.
Hopefully it hasn't been too bad for you.
No, I was so nervous to start with, but it's fine.
Everyone says that. I still get like that as well. It's like very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as you get it flowing, like, it's just chill and it's just nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.